New one from Moist. I haven't watched Moist in a while.
Oh, you've done it now, Buster. I am officially peeved. You've got my ham steamed and you won't like it when I'm angry. Let's talk
God damn, he's added more figures in the background here. His background's looking crazy, bro.
about Doom Dark Ages. Last night I streamed it for like 4 hours. I had roughly 21 crashes, something like
Oh no!
that. An infuriating
20 to 21 crashes. I'm definitely not spending 50 or 60 quid or 70 quid on that on this. No way!
experience that makes it borderline unplayable with how often this game would shit the bed. And that is already upsetting enough because I'm a huge
Jid
Doom
been one of the
fan.
best.
I mean, spoiler alert, Doom Eternal is one of my top 50 favorite games. I have a whole fucking statue and display dedicated to it. Man, I feel like I'm playing Surgeon Simulator. I can't figure out how to point my finger at it.
Yeah.
And then right underneath that, you might notice there's a Doom Dark Ages
See, I was trying-
collectible statue there too. Because I was extremely excited for this game, but this is beyond disappointing, and I'm not going to try and make excuses and cope about it. It's not acceptable, and it
What the fuck?
hasn't been. Like, Dragon's Dogma 2, for example, another game I had huge issues getting to run. Worth noting, I had a different PC back then, so it's not like it's the same PC for both games now. But that game got torn a new asshole for very similar things. But for Doom Dark Ages, that one's getting a full pass, and instead, now I'm being blamed for my experience with this game.
Damn.
So the big thing is that people
Oh,
are saying,
fucking
I
hell.
should have known not to update my drivers.
Huh?
Bah humbug. Tui, I spit on that. That is the most outlandish statement I've ever heard. Like a fucking jellyfish sting on a public beach. It's pissing me off. When you launch this bastard
Yo, I miss Charlie, man.
kicking your legs in your chair, getting really excited, it gives you this message saying updated drivers are required, and then it gives you the
Obviously.
option of saying yes,
Yeah.
updating the drivers to 57640, or just playing with your current driver.
It's just how it is. Look at him. Look at him with that beast 4090. Look at him, the fucking bastard. He does own a part of fucking that Starforge.
Drivers. It says it's required, thus it's
Yeah.
highly recommended. So, in a sane person's mind, you'll see
I mean, you know when you hear the word this required, I think it trumps recommended.
that and be like, oh, if I want optimal performance, I'll probably need these drivers, which is what I did. I feel like it's not unreasonable to expect things to work. I mean, I guess in 2025 gaming,
Stop twerking.
that is a very high bar to clear, admittedly. But still, in a
Yeah,
case
it's
like
true
this, you
though,
would
bro.
expect this
Yeah, I can actually see that he's actually angry. He's actually angry about this. He's actually mad. He is. I could see.
driver rollout to be functional, not just be like a lump of coal Krampus delivers you, but that's exactly what you get. So I downloaded those updated drivers, and there's a very well-known problem. It's not just me, and it's not my PC, contrary to what a lot of
Yeah.
free PR warriors are doing for Doom Dark Ages' horrible launch right now.
Yeah.
It is a known issue, even just blatantly listed here when it says what drivers needed to play Doom Dark Ages on PC. It says
the
that the game
latest.
supported by NVIDIA GPUs will need 57640 or higher, and that there is a documented issue. Some users may experience persistent crashing when playing the game on 57640. This is a very well documented issue. Tons and tons and tons of people are having. And then I'll read comments like this, one of the top comments on the video where it says yes or play. He chooses yes to update instead of just clicking play. It didn't force you to update your drivers, Charles. You did this to yourself.
Fuck, it's one of them. Oh fuck, man. Look, they always come, man. They always fucking come. Get rid of the. Kill the bots. Yeah, that was hilarious, bro. Like a jellyfish sting on a beach. You're pissing me off.
What kind of victim blaming shit is this? Do you also shake your fist, rub your chin, and say the same thing when a family gets carjacked or something? Shouldn't have been driving. That's
Yeah, just what you doing?
on you. Granted, that's very extreme
There's always a risk of being robbed if you drive, so you took that risk. What the fuck?
example. But this is stupid. How is it my fault for trusting that these
Yeah, and
updated
then
drivers that
yeah, on top of that, it's your fault.
they are pushing would work? Why am I to
Thank God, bro. I was gonna buy it today. I was gonna buy it and play it on the stream, but nah. I should know myself, bro. Always look at the reviews. Always look at the trusted sources, but fuck that. And I haven't seen a review yet. It's the first like sort of review, I guess.
blame as opposed to them for rolling out a non-functioning product right now? What sense does that make? Where is the justice in that take? Hindsight's 2020. Looking back on it, yeah, obviously downloading the new drivers was not a good idea. But there's no way to have known that wasn't going to be a good idea without downloading the drivers in the fucking first place, Poindexter. There would be no way for me to know that because these drivers rolled out on launch. So I didn't even have any data to go by if I wanted to look up to make sure the drivers were functional. It literally came out.
Oh, so what they're saying is, yeah, so I swear I can hear even in Charlie he's angry at as well that he fucking downloaded the driver himself, which obviously is not his fault. I would have done the same thing. But had he not, would he be having a better experience of the game now? It seems like about the people that are chatting, but he is pissed off.
For that.
Because he's a fan. As you can see, he has a thing. He's a fan. He proper was excited for it and all of that. So, yeah, understandable, isn't it?
So the only way to know that it was dog shit was to eat the dog shit first.
Yeah.
And now that I've tasted it, I can spit it back up and be like, man,
That's dog
wish
shit.
I had known. Like, because they disguised it. They put that dog shit in a really appetizing dish and then fed it to me. And you know that because of me guinea pigging it for you. It's a stupid take and a crazy way of trying to pass the blame on this experience to me as opposed to the multi-billion-dollar corporation that can't get a fucking launch right. I think it is silly and unreasonable for blaming people that updated their drivers when the game itself...
So he's feeling the heat from the people that are commenting on his thing, saying stuff like, I don't know what they're saying, by the way, I'm just speculating, but I can imagine they're saying stuff like, wow, man, I'm enjoying the game with my 2080 Ti. I didn't update it. Charlie, you idiot. Why did you update it? Ha ha.
He's shoving it down.
That's probably not what they're typing, but that's how he's feeling, bro. That's why he's angry, bro. God forbid God forgive me for this pause.
Down their throat like a big chode, and people are just updating the drivers. Plus, for what it's worth, I did roll it back to previous drivers and still had crashing. Now, not as severe, not as frequent, but it's still there. It is just an issue. And other people updated their drivers because of the crashing on previous drivers only to make it worse. So, it is... I think it's just stupid to be blaming people for updating these drivers when the game is telling them that it's required to do so, and the drivers rolled out with the known issue of persistent crashing. That's craziness.
It's dumb, isn't
They are the ones at fault, not the players that did what they were asked to do.
Yeah.
Now, another thing that I keep seeing
What the
people
fuck's
say
going
is
on?
that it's my PC. It's truly just unique to Charles's PC. Load of hooey. Absolute barnacles on that take as well. My PC can run pretty much any game ever. This is 100% the drivers being trash, and also just the game not being optimized for PC at all. This is a known issue across the board. Now, I've done hours worth of troubleshooting and testing, which, by the way, I think is just so fucking stupid that in 2025, you roll out the game, you push the game out, you send it, you sell the game, and yet the first people to play it are basically your beta testers. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Why can't we release optimized products anymore?
Yeah, well, we've been crying about this for years, innit, Charlie? We've been seeing the demise of this fucking bullshit. We're heading down this way for years, my boy. Gotta vote with the wallet. It's the only fucking way, geez.
Except for something like Expedition 33 that I can't stop glazing and...
Yeah, that game, though. But then again, it was bored people at Ubisoft that left Ubisoft, made their own studio, and made an absolute shining gem banger of a game. Yeah, true, though. True.
Granny's about enough, but that game is truly
masterpiece,
perfect
man.
in the modern day and age,
Yeah,
where I had no issues with it, even with Unreal.
Small team, mostly junior developers. I can't glaze that game more than enough. He's right.
5, I didn't even have any fucking issues, which is notorious for having like stuttering, crashing, and all kinds of other problems, a plethora of issues. Not a single fucking one for me. Yet somehow, Doom Dark Ages makes it almost unplayable.
It won't. You can't play it.
I'm getting off on a tangent. I'm fucking...
Yeah, he's angry.
I'm livid.
Yeah, he's angry. You can see. Why is it like culture to release underdeveloped games? What happened to be betas and shit? Yeah, and it's like and it's also like we're the testers, so you pay. Nowadays, before they used to pay beta testers. It's crazy, bro. It's mad how they flipped it. They used to pay beta testers, so you would apply for a job to be a beta tester to test a game for major companies, and they would pay you a wage for it. Like when I was a kid, I used to be like, imagine that being my job. That would be amazing. Beta tester, man. Yeah. All I do is get sent a bunch of games, and I just beta test them, play them to the max, and try find bugs and all of that. But nowadays, it's all flipped on its head. You pay the company to be a beta tester. Literally. That's what you do. You pay 70 quid and that, 80 quid and that, and then you become the beta tester. They give you a broken game. Fuck.
I'm turning tomato red, I think. Point is, we are fighting amongst ourselves for no reason when the main villain here is the
Yeah.
corporations that
Yeah.
rolled out something they
Yeah, it's silly. I get what you're saying, though. It's super silly about people going, oh, you shouldn't have updated the drivers. Then you got the other side of the camp going, oh, yeah, you should have updated the drivers because otherwise, wouldn't have worked? We wouldn't have known. The other side's going, yeah, but I'm not bozo. I just press. You've missed the point here, soppy cunt. It's the multi-billion-dollar company that released the game that's at fault here. Asshole. Again, classic. Divide and conquer, innit?
knew wasn't working well.
Yeah.
This is a $70 AAA title. That should come with an expectation that it is optimized to the best of their ability.
Yeah.
That it's at least working for the vast majority of people. I understand you're never going to get something that runs flawlessly for everybody with how many different rigs there are out there. I've talked about that a lot. I get that. But this is such a widespread, common problem that this prevalence should indicate that this is a pretty bad PC launch. This is not the fault of players who did what the game asked them to do. This is the fault of these companies that rolled out something that is just not in
Broken.
a good state.
Yeah.
So now I've
as
had to
simple as
spend
that.
hours troubleshooting, not only myself, but tons of players have had to spend hours troubleshooting to find some combination of settings and changes that work. Like disabling integrated graphics and all kinds of other different measures to try and take to make this game
Yeah.
function without crashing.
Yeah.
And people are just saying, it's part of the experience. That's to be expected.
It's part of the
not, though.
experience,
Expedition
bro. That's
33
dead, bro.
proved that shouldn't be the norm.
Yeah.
It can be done. Doom Dark Ages just
Sad.
didn't do it. And
Yeah.
it sucks. It really does. Because the game's good. I'm enjoying the game. I don't like it as much as Eternal right now, but I am still liking the game. And I'm still early in it. I could end up liking it more than Eternal. Of course, that's assuming I get to play more than in these 10-minute chunks in between crashes. Now, the solutions that I've implemented here, they seem to be working. I've been able to play issue-free for about an hour straight, which is a new personal record here for this
God,
game.
it's that bad. Like, oh, okay.
So we'll see if that holds up today on stream. But yeah,
Okay.
anyway, it just made me really frustrated that for years, games that have had bad PC launches have been rightfully called out. But in this case with Doom Dark Ages, it's no longer like the game itself or the NVIDIA or anything. It's now the finger being pointed at players like it's their fault. Like, oh, it's just your shitty PC, or, well, you should have known not to update those drivers. Now you're fucked. That's your fault. Like, I just think that is so
Stupid.
dumb.
Yeah.
My PC's a fucking monster, by the way. Like, it's
He would. He fucking owns part of Starforge, you cunts. They sell extremely powerful computers. He owns part of it. He's got a super fucking computer.
just not my PC. And I think in a lot of these cases I've read about, it's not the PC there at fault either. It is truly just they are openly stating that this is a known issue with these drivers, and also the game itself just has a crash.
So they better
problem
roll
outside
out
of the
then
driver update.
more
So, yeah,
drivers as shit.
that should be what the focus is. An expensive AAA game with another bad PC port launch. Unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's about it. So yeah.
Well, that's quite sad, isn't it? So anyway, it's good because we can look at it with binoculars and fucking barge pole, bruv. Because that's the way the gaming industry is now. That's sadly how it is fucking now, and it's just boring. I don't know why Xbox Pass keeps fucking enticing me to try and get it. I don't want it. I don't want to ever see this again. How do I remove it?